This is IGN.
A mostly kick-ass vacation. This is your IGN review of Nobody 2 by Eric Goldman. 4 years after Bob Odenkirk surprisingly proved he could kill on-screen bad guys in a ruthless manner that would make 1980s-era Schwarzenegger and Stallone pause, the Better Call Saul star returns as Hutch Mansell in Nobody 2. While not quite as strong as the first film, this is ultimately an example of a sequel that offers the same but different in a suitably satisfying and crowd-pleasing way. Having been revealed to be a former government assassin who'd reinvented himself as a suburban husband and father in the first film, Nobody 2 gives us a Hutch who's fully back in his old target-seeking life, albeit to pay off a debt. But when he takes his family on vacation to try to get a legitimate break from the daily carnage, wouldn't you know, the small town they visit turns out to be intertwined with a dangerous criminal syndicate. With a script from John Wick screenwriter Derek Kolstad and boasting John Wick's co-director, David Leitch, as a producer, Nobody definitely felt like, what if John Wick but with funny man Odenkirk, as its reason for being? The presence of the actor, who had proven his dramatic skills in Better Call Saul, but was honed on decades of comedy, including Saul's initial Breaking Bad depiction, was a tip-off that Nobody was playing things much more comedically than John Wick. However, it did so by mostly keeping a straight face, letting the idea of this hitman in suburbia and the escalating violence and chaos around him drive its humor. When Hutch tussled with a bad guy, he was an absolute badass, with legitimately thrilling and brutal fight scenes. But the movie also maintained its winking tone to let you know they were in on the joke. Even as the action is more outlandish, Odenkirk is still playing Hutch as the same guy, and he once more proves to be a terrific center for this series. The film gets a lot of mileage out of multiple scenes where Hutch tries to not get violent, only for someone to cross a line he just can't abide. What makes it work every time is you can feel all of Hutch's disappointment. There's a resigned, well, I guess this is what I gotta do, reaction emanating from Odenkirk's genuinely warm, sweet performance. Odenkirk sells how Hutch just wants a nice family vacation, but damn it, now he's gotta take a few minutes to absolutely decimate some thugs. And, as with the first film, Odenkirk's considerable fight training with 87 North Productions has paid off in him looking impressively credible and believably formidable in his action scenes. The film's third-act finale showdown is especially fun and cleverly conceived, taking place inside an amusement park that offers a lot of well-incorporated locations, like a funhouse, ball pit, and water slide for its many confrontations, all of which are escalated violently by the inclusion of notably lethal booby traps that would make Kevin McAllister envious. As is expected from a sequel to a surprise action comedy hit, Bob Odenkirk's second round of ass-kicking gets a bit more goofy than the first film, in the process losing some of the charm of the original's more grounded look at an assassin now living as a suburbanite. But Odenkirk's commitment to the role makes this an entertaining sequel that proves there is still a lot of joy to be found in watching a legendary comedian turn into a one-man army when he's pushed too far. Nobody 2's IGN score? 7 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Sarah McAfee, and for the latest updates on Nobody 2, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.